Monday. Hope all you had a great weekend. Damn, the weekend went by so fast. Like it's ridiculous how fast the weekend went by. But anyway, before I get into this video, for those that don't know, Jane Elliott, aka Tracy Quartermain, has decided to retire. So Jane is leaving the show after her contract expires. I believe her contract expires in April, May, I believe. So she'll be leaving some point. You'll probably the last time you'll see Jane Elliott on the show is probably I want to say midsummer maybe. Um, I was blown away by that news, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've been hearing rumors about her leaving the show since I want to say the summer of 2016. I've been hearing that she was gonna leave the show. So then when the news finally, I brushed it off because I never heard anything really about it. I heard rumors of it, but I never seen anything concrete until recently, until up a few days ago on Soap Opera Digest, where she gave an interview saying, it was basically time for her to retire. She's been on the show on and off for 38 years. She's ready to retire. She's 70 years old. She's ready to step down and be done with it. And I, for one, don't blame her. You know, when you are on a soap opera for that long and you get to a certain age and you're just ready to retire because she has to read. Soap actors read about 60 to 80 pages a day that they have to memorize 60 to 80 pages. And they shoot 5 episodes, 5 days worth of episodes in like a day or two, which is ridiculous. So you're reading 60 to 80 pages of dialogue. You know how hard that is? I always respected a soap actor because they do things primetime don't have to do. Primetime actors, they don't have to, say if you're in a primetime drama or primetime soap opera, you don't have to read 60 to 80 pages a day. You don't have to read that. But soap actors do because they're on 5 days a week, 5 days straight, Monday through Friday. So they have to read so much damn dialogue and then they have to memorize word for word that dialogue. That is fucking hard. Like that takes a lot of brilliance and hard work to do. And I commend them for it because I couldn't do it personally. I don't know how the hell they do it, but I can't do it. Like me remembering word for word verbatim what I just read and then I have to memorize 60 to 80 pages worth of words? Hell no. I'm sorry, but my hat is off to them, and I don't even wear hats, but it's off to them. So, like I said, Jane Elliott, you know, she's a brilliant person, brilliant actress. Been on the show for a long time since 1978. She's a huge part of the show. I don't know what the hell is going to become of the Quartermains once she leaves, but I'm going to enjoy Jane while we still have her. Um, Damn, I never thought this day would come. I mean, Jane Elliott leaving the show, I never thought it would come. I swear to God, I thought we had at least another probably 10, 15 years with her. I thought. But hopefully, she makes, she stops through. Hopefully sometime. But anyway, let me get into this episode. I done killed like 4 minutes of time, so let me get into this. So everybody at the hospital is still in a panic about the bomb. They evacuated the hospital. Jason and Curtis are with the bomb squad trying to, defuse the bomb. Sam went the fuck off on Franco, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Like, people need to understand something. Monica, Sam, Jason, Sonny, Carly, all these people, Michael, they're all not gonna forgive Franco. I don't care how many years ago it was that he did his damage. How many years ago was the brain tumor crap in the courtroom? It does not matter. At the end of the day, he can apologize to them a billion times. They're never gonna forgive him for that. He put them through hell. Made them think that they were raped, the whole nine. Like, you don't play games like that with people and expect them to just forgive you because you had a brain tumor and you turned your life around. Now you claim to be an upstanding citizen. That doesn't mean a thing to them after what you put them through. You kidnapped Elizabeth's child and this trick forgave you, so that's her business. Um, Seriously, I don't know how she could, but okay. Um, I don't get how you could forgive a person that kidnapped your newborn son. I really don't understand that, but it is Elizabeth, so whatever. But I mean, everybody on the show, you could call them a hypocrite if you want to, because Sam, she stood by and watched Jake get kidnapped and didn't do anything about it. Okay, but at the end of the day, he did some horrible shit. I mean, they're all capable of doing bad, but Franco, it's like you just took it to a whole nother level than what the rest of them did. Minus Sonny with the whole shooting AJ. But I digress. Um, I just feel like he's wasting his time, keep trying to get people to forgive him and see him as this reformed person. You just need to fall back. As far as I'm concerned, Franco could just fall off a cliff because you know how I feel about that character. Roger Howarth is a phenomenal actor. Don't get me wrong, but the character of Franco, I think they dealt him a bad hand giving him that character. I feel Frank Valentini, man, you should have never gave him that character. And I'm gonna tweet this to Frank Valentini because Frank messed up giving him that character. Out of all the characters you could have created for him, why couldn't you just go that route? Why give him Franco? Why? Just I don't really see it. Um, but anyway, so Sam is worried about Jason, of course, naturally, and they're trying to defuse the bomb. So they come up with the fact that the blue wire. They were basically going off instinct, is what they were going off of. They didn't know what wire to actually cut. But Curtis basically asked Jason, "What's your favorite color? Like, what's the color you like?" He was like, "You can't go wrong with blue." And I was thinking the same thing before he even said blue, because blue is like one of my favorite colors. I have like probably like two, three different favorite colors. Red, black, and blue is my favorite colors. Like, you will never see me in white. You will probably, I mean, you might see me wearing white one day, but it's not often I wear white. I don't like white. I don't like white shirts. I really don't, because I don't even touch a white shirt. I just throw it on and it's just like you find a stain on it. It's a brand new white shirt, and I've noticed that even when I was like 10 years old, and there would be a stain on the shirt. And I just like, I can't do this. So red, black, blue, maybe yellow. If I wear like a yellow T-shirt with black jeans or whatever, then yeah. But those are my three main colors. But soon as he said blue, I said, yeah, I was thinking blue too. I said, you really can't go wrong with blue. So when he cut that, I said that got to be that got to be the way to shut that bomb off. It's by blue. I was thinking it could be red or it could be blue, but I think they was definitely taking a chance going with blue. But you got to go with your instinct and your gut, and they did, and it paid off. So the hospital wasn't damaged, thank God, because the hospital cannot afford another delay in opening up. You know, and then all their patients would have to go over to Mercy, and that would be a whole mess. So it was good. Everybody got out safe. Curtis, he bumped into Jordan. Jordan obviously was hella worried about Curtis. She could deny it all she want to, but we all know she want Curtis. We all know. She's not really into Andre. I think she was at one point, but it's obvious that she's not anymore. Like, she's fully into Curtis now. I believe that. Um, I just felt like the reason Jordan was trying to mess with Andre and forget about Curtis was because Andre, he's safe. He's safe, and Curtis is like danger, basically. Even though her heart wants danger, her mind wants safe. So she went with safe. She listened to her mind instead of her heart and went with safe when she really wanted danger. That's what she really wanted. Um, I like Curtis and Jordan together. I like them together. Some people might not. I kind of like them together. I mean, I liked her and Andre together too, but I feel like she got a lot of chemistry with Curtis. So hopefully the writers explore that and they go with that. I think that they're trying to build it slow, which I like. I don't like it too slow. I don't like when they build relationships too slow, like at a snail's pace. But I do like when it happens slow over over a little bit of time. I think it's better that way. That way the fans can gravitate more towards it, and it's not some insta relationship. You know what I mean? It makes for a better love story, like Luke, Laura, Kevin and Laura, Tracy and Luke. Well, Tracy and Luke, that was an instant relationship, but it blossomed into true love. I mean, that could work too. Instant relationships blossoming into true love, that could work. But I like slow burner relationships, not too slow, like I said, but I like them. Makes it worthwhile in the end. Um, so anyway, Ava, not Ava, Sonny went to Morgan's grave. You know, those are hard scenes, man, to go to somebody's grave knowing that Morgan's actually not in the ground. But I mean, for them, even though he's not in the ground, it's peace for them. To go there and just talk to the spirit of Morgan. It's peaceful for them. It puts their mind at peace. And then Carly went to go talk to the grave, and that's when Ava called and asking about Avery and visitation or whatever. Carly was pissed until she went over to Ava's apartment and they got down to the nitty gritty. And she found out that it was Olivia who set that bomb, not her. Carly was pissed. Like you could literally see red in her eyes. Like she was pissed. And I find it funny. This is why I say hypocrite. Because just a couple of months ago, Carly, even before Morgan died, she wanted Sonny to stop the violence, stop always getting revenge. But now you want revenge. It's like jail isn't enough for that person. So the cops locking Olivia up, that's not good enough for you. But she did bring up a good point when, Ava mentioned that. Ava was like, so Olivia going to prison is not good enough for you. And I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, but if it was Kiki or Avery that got killed, would jail be enough for Ava? Ava know damn well it wouldn't. She knows she would want that person's head literally on a platter. She knows she would. Um, but it was also kind of good seeing Ava and Carly kind of bond a little bit, even though they both dislike each other. But it was good to see them kind of on the same page because they have a common enemy. And the old saying, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. So that's basically what we just saw today in a way. Even though Carly was snarky as hell with her, but still, you could kind of see a little bit of a mutual respect between the two of them in a bonding moment, kind of. Even though it was short lived, but I'll take it. Um, it was good to see, Jason and Sam reunite with Baby Scout. I don't know if I want to call her Emily or call her Scout. I really don't know. I mean, I'm getting used to the name Scout. I'm kind of getting used to it. It takes a moment. But then Sonny had to interrupt, and then they had to make it all about him and his grief. I don't agree with Sam. When Sam told Sonny that she's sorry or whatever for Morgan, I don't feel. She keeps saying that she feels bad for Sonny. I don't feel bad for Sonny. I feel bad for Morgan. I feel bad for all of Sonny's kids. I don't feel bad for Sonny himself. And I'm going to tell you why I don't. Because Sonny has been in this lifestyle for over 20 years. He had kids. He made a choice to be in the mob. And he made a conscious choice to have kids while being in the mob. So therefore, you made the choice to constantly put your kids in danger. And he even got out in 2008. He should have stayed out. But he chose to get back in. And that was after Michael got shot. So I don't feel bad for Sonny. I feel bad for the kids. I don't feel bad for Sonny because they're paying for their father's mistake. They're paying for his misdeeds. And that's not, they shouldn't have to pay for his sins. Seriously. And that's basically what we've been seeing play out for years. Michael, Christina, Morgan, Dante, they all paid in some way because of Sonny's business. And they're still paying today. Usually it's one of them getting kidnapped or shot, whatever, threatened. This time, one of them died, quote unquote, died. We don't really know. We don't have a body of Morgan, so it's still open. But for now, he's dead. So one of the kids have finally paid with their life, which I always knew might happen one day. I didn't think it would be this soon, but I knew one day one of them kids was gonna die because of Sonny's business. And poof, here it is. Um, I was just always hoping that one day it wouldn't be Michael, because Michael is Quartermain by blood, so it would be a major blow to the Quartermain family yet again to have another family member dead. So, um, and of course, Sonny wants revenge now. So he told his people to look for Olivia, even though the cops are looking for her. But you already know the cops ain't gonna find her. Sonny's people are better off to find her first before the PCPD do. Let's be real here. We already know Jordan and the Keystone cops ain't gonna find her. Um, I like the Hayden and Elizabeth scenes. I know some people don't like them together. Hayden and Elizabeth, not Hayden and Elizabeth, Hayden and Finn. I'm sorry. I know some people don't like Hayden and Finn together, but I like them together. I think they have chemistry. They might not have a lot of chemistry, but I think it can lead to that. the more time they spend, and I'm glad that she's helping him through his withdrawal and trying to get him clean. Um, Also, because his relationship with her is riding on it in his career, so he needs to get right. Um, and Elizabeth, I'm happy, decided not to rat him out to Monica, so he decided to just take a leave of absence until he's fully clean to come back and deal with his patients again. So it was overall a good scene. I liked them together. So what else? Olivia. Olivia Jerome. She never ceased to amaze me how crazy she is. She gonna sit there and tell Julian, don't piss her off. Really? From what I've seen of Olivia, it don't take much to piss her off. Like, let's be honest here. It really don't take much. Um, she wanted this nut. She wanted Julian to kill Alexis. I say, come on now. We all know he not gonna kill her, but he shot the handcuffs though to free her. And then him and Olivia got into a wrestling match, and basically she shot his ass over the bridge. So now I guess we're in for a Julian is presumed dead storyline. We all know where this is going. They're not gonna find a body, so it's gonna be open ended. I don't know what the status of William DeVry's contract is. From what I heard, his contract is expiring, so I don't know if we're gonna see Julian back on the show. I don't really. I mean, I haven't heard anything about him leaving, but I did hear that his contract was almost up. So I don't know. Not yet. I don't know. We have no word yet. As far as I know. But it was an interesting scene though. She shot her brother, so basically she got her revenge. I mean, he shot you 25 years ago, and 25 years later you shot his ass. So I guess you're even now. But we don't know what's gonna happen with Olivia though, because I'm pretty sure she's probably gonna turn up dead either by Sunny, by Carly, who knows. But anyway, I want to ask this question before I go to all the viewers. Who house do you like the most? Like, who house would you live in? Like, current house, not past houses, but current. Windermere, Sunny's house, Carly's house, the Quartermain mansion, Ava's penthouse, or Jason's penthouse, or Dante and Lulu's house. Like, what current house would you see yourself living in? I like a lot of the houses on the set. The Quartermain house, I love the Quartermain mansion, but that's too much goddamn house for me. I'm just saying that mansion's too damn big for me. Listen, if I owned that mansion, I would be in the pawn shop every month when it's time to pay the upkeep for that house. Because the upkeep on that house alone would keep me broke. I would stay in the pawn shop if I owned that house. Um, for me, I would say my favorite place would be Jason's penthouse. I always like Jason's penthouse. It's like the ultimate bachelor pad in a way. You got the pool table in the middle by the living room. That's like a nice bachelor pad, you know. I think he might have to get rid of the pool table now that he all domesticated, but it was a cool bachelor pad. His house, Sonny's house. I love those houses. So anyway, I hope all you have a great day. See you all tomorrow. Have a great day.